Hi, Corey with Gold Rush Expeditions. We're out today here outside of Fairplay, Colorado at 11,200 feet. Yes, 11,200 feet. And we're at a sweet little mine up here. It's got cabins, it's got mills, it's got 25,000 tons of tailings probably. It's got a ton of history. So I'm here at the entrance to the mine, and I'm just going to point out some of the aspects of what we're looking at. You've got a cabin. You've got the mill attached directly to the cabin with the cyanide in it, which is probably not the best idea. And then you have the mine that was attached directly into the mill. The reason they were doing this is because snow probably comes rather quickly, and they were doing work out here, and as long as you're covered and out of the snow, you can still manage to mine, you can still manage to bring gold out. If you could work out here all winter long, and you had the supplies to work out here, as soon as the snow fell, you could go back down into town and have nice big fat pockets full of money. So if you take just a look at like some of these, so definitely later I'd probably put this in a 30s, 40s construction. And the reason for that, you can see how these are kind of hewn off flat. So this is probably done, it's definitely an old school type saw, as you can see. Got a lot of nicks where they flattened it, but it was done with a piece of machinery most likely. And then those were notched in, and I can kind of see from what this is that it was probably almost like a kit. And so they came up, and once they were putting the cabin together, they shored things up like this, to fill in some of the holes, fill in some of the gaps. So I'm just trying to figure out why this is here. Was this most likely, you can see that little bit. It was a build-up part of the roof, but it's just interesting the way that it came down. Like, I guess it probably shifted a hair, but then came back again. But this was part of your mill area. You can see over here, there's a big vat for milling. So what was in there? Nobody knows. Maybe they used this large stick to stir it. Stir. No, they didn't. But that's fun. You can see they were trying to keep it pretty secure right here where those are bolted in. So this is likely probably cyanide that they're running their gold through, would be my guess. That's why it's kind of tucked away over here where it's nice and safe. I originally thought this was 20s, 30s, 40s building. As we look more at it, I think Jessica is more right, that it's probably 20s or older, because you can see all the hatchet cuts in here. I was just stripping this to be flat, and you can see there's still bark on it. So this was done up here. If it was not done up here, the bark would be gone off it. When I say done up here, I mean the wood was cut and chopped up here, and it would make no efficient sense to strip the bark off of anywhere that you didn't need it, because all the bark is going to do is give you more insulation. So we're just wrapping up here at this claim. We're up here at the top where it's probably going to be the easiest for the new claimant to get in. What you see here is it's just kind of naturally collapsed out. So a shovel and probably a couple hours work by yourself. Bring a couple of friends up, feed them some beer, everybody digs together, open it up, and you're back in the mine. Now you haven't really lost anything in the first entry, because obviously this is all nice and soft. This is where you're going to start probably hitting your hard rock, and this is why it's collapsed in a little bit. You do not need a notice of operation to go in here with the shovel. Now if you bring something bigger up there, you might, but just to go in and do your prospecting and futz around up here, you don't need a notice of operation. Don't let the Forest Service tell you do. And if they do tell you that, come to us and we'll send our attorneys to go talk to them. So anyway, super cool site. There's obviously been a lot of gold that's come out of here, as you can tell from the cyanide that was going on. You don't cyanide silver down there. There's a lot of tailings down there. It's a really big site, big mill. That kind of money doesn't go into something if you're not making any money. So I'm going to put this probably if I had a rough estimate from the tailings, probably a 2,000 foot tunnel. I have no idea how much stoping is out here. So that could be a lot more. There may have been a lot more that they took off and down the mountain, so it may be a lot bigger. But as we can see it with the tailings that are there, you're probably about 2,000 feet of workings right now. So super cool site. If you like Colorado, this is probably where you want to be, 11,200 feet. We're just outside of Fairplay in South Park. There was no Kenny or anything else out there. But for Gold Rush Expeditions, I'm Corey, and we'll see you at the next site.